Alright, I've been teasing this for a little bit that I wanted to make a longer video to talk about the future of this channel as far as long-form videos are concerned. I just haven't had the right filming environment for it because I've needed a kind of quiet house, just to put it simply. And now I finally do, so I can properly make this update video. Quick forewarning as well, I don't have a script for this. I don't even have my laptop in here with me. Some of you know that during long form videos I tend to look down because I'm looking at a teleprompter with my laptop. But I don't even have my laptop in the room with me right now. There is no script for this video whatsoever, so this could end up being a bit rambly, and I'm just gonna kind of let the words flow and hope it forms into something coherent as best as I can. Let's see how this goes. So first off, hi, how's everyone doing? I feel like I never really got to say this at the beginning of the year in a long form video or otherwise, but Happy New Year 2 months later. Hope you guys have had a good start to 2023, and I hope the rest of your year ends up being fruitful as well. My year has been a little all over the place. Very early in the year I tested positive for COVID, so that was a lot of fun, and that delayed the progress of my most recent long-form video, the discography dive on Drake. Some of you have probably seen that video. It just went up recently. I had been teasing that video for a couple months, so it felt good to finally get it out. And if you haven't checked it out, I mean, it's on my page. You could probably find it pretty easily. It's the last one before this video. So, where have I been? There was a long gap between that video and the last long-form video, which was the year-end 10 years later video. The discography dive had been teased for so long, but didn't come out until last month. So where have I been? What's happening? What is the future of this channel? Some of you might be seeing the title and thinking, oh no, are videos going away? Is he stopping? And to quickly answer, not necessarily, but there's a lot that I want to talk about here. So, admittedly, part of why that video took so long was because I was planning to do it on another artist. I was going to do my discography dive on Kanye West, but then him digging an even deeper hole for himself and just showing his true colors even further made me not want to do that video, so that made it take a little longer. But the video took long because I gloriously underestimated just how time-consuming a project like that would be, especially when it's an artist like Drake who has so many mainline projects to talk about in a video. And also because while making it, I was getting rather demotivated kind of often. This is the ultimate point that I'm going to talk about in this video. Long-form videos in general can be a demotivating thing. It's a big reason why 10 years later no longer exists as like a monthly series. It's why I stopped and decided to do it as a year-end series as opposed to one long set of like 50 videos in a year, as opposed to doing it what I do now where it's just one video at the end of the year, because it just tends to be a lot. And I think it comes from the fact that, at least from a musical standpoint, from listening to albums, I tend to be demotivated when I listen to albums because I feel like I have to, as opposed to actually wanting to listen to them. And while making the discography dive video, I kind of realized why I stopped 10 years later as well, and it was that I kind of hate listening to music and feeling like I have to write notes down about songs as I'm listening to the albums. It's just a little too overwhelming. And I didn't want to just be like, okay, I'm starting the series and I'm immediately canceling it after one episode. And I do figure that not every video is going to be the length of the Drake video, because I'm not going to be talking about that many albums in every video I do in the series. But generally speaking, it kind of just made me realize why I stopped 10 years later, because that whole thing of I'm listening to this many albums and I'm writing notes as I'm listening to them, and I feel like I have to make sure these thoughts are on the page while also paying attention to the music, was just a lot to deal with. Focusing on too many things at once, it's just a whole lot, and it's just like, ah. So that became a series where I was like, this might need to be scaled down a little, because I can't keep making hour-long videos. I did it with the Drake discography dive, I did it with the Smash Ultimate soundtrack review, and those are videos I'm very proud of, and I'm glad they turned out to be so good, but that's not something I can do that much. Part of the reason being, YouTube is not a full-time job for me, it's a hobby. I have a job as a game journalist, which that obviously takes quite a bit of time out of my life, and it's something that I really want to prioritize. So I can't do hour-long long videos anymore. And I do have the other series that I did, which was the video game series retrospective, and that's fun and also not resulting in hour-long videos, but I started getting cold feet thinking about that series too, because I acknowledge and appreciate that there was a noise in the background and it probably distracted some of you guys. Because it sure distracted me. Sorry about that. It's the heater in my room making weird noises. I acknowledge and appreciate that many of you that are subscribed to this channel are subscribed for music-related videos, for album reviews, for things like that. So I didn't want to totally prioritize a gaming-related series because I didn't want to alienate the people who are here for the music videos, and equally because I work as a game journalist, I didn't want any videos I make on this channel about gaming to interfere with my job. So it kind of just left me in this really directionless boat where I was like, do I want to do these two things anymore? I don't want to totally stop them, but is this the direction I want to take the channel in? And quite frankly, I can't tell you now what direction I want to take the channel in, because I am naturally someone who is rather indecisive about a lot of things. So at the moment, I feel like that bit of that I mentioned earlier is really kind of taking over to the point where I don't know what direction I want to go in. I'm not a big channel, but you know, I do have people that regularly watch my videos, and to those of you that do show up, I really appreciate it. So I just kind of want to make content that I will be proud of and that you guys will enjoy, but I don't really know what that direction is. I don't know where I want to specifically go. God, that heater is so distracting. It's not even turned on. God, sorry, it's just distracting. I want to make content that I can be proud of and that you guys can enjoy, but I don't know what the direction I want to take is, and it's just a lot to deal with at the moment, where it's like you're not sure what you want to do with this thing that you've been working on for years. And you know, I'm super proud of this channel and what I've done with it, no matter the audience I have, but I'm now at this point where I'm like, what do I do? And I think it's also because short content just felt a lot easier for me to make. It's why I do new album reviews as the TikTok style, because those are not going away. I still very much enjoy making them, especially because when I am creating those videos, I can listen to the albums just to enjoy them. I don't have to feel like I'm hovering over a keyboard typing out like deep thoughts on every single song and things like that. I can just take the album in as an experience as one would normally listen to an album and judge off of that. So those are not going away. They might not come as frequently. At least I might not be uploading my review of an album the day it comes out or the day after it comes out, but they're still going to happen, even if it takes them a few days. Like, for example, this weekend the new Miley Cyrus album dropped, and as of the filming of this video, I still haven't filmed my review of that album, but I will at some point over the next day or two. You will see it. It just might not come right away. But I think it comes from the fact also that I just like short and sweet content, so having stuff like that was much better, and being able to streamline 10 years later for that year-end thing was way more fun and actually way more gratifying. I had a great time making that video, which is where I do want to say, shut up, heater. I do want to say that year-end style of 10 years later, where I just look at the albums at the end of the year and do like a best, worst, and other notable projects, that is going to be continuing. I will do that again at the end of this year, and I will do that for the other years of the 2010s as well. I won't be doing it for any other decade. I have gotten some questions about that and some requests for that. I won't be doing like a 10 years later for the 2020s or X amount of years later for the 2000s, but I will finish up the 2010s ones and do them in the year-end format that I did last year. Other than those though, I can't really think of what I want to do with these series that I previously introduced, and in general, I think one of the other reasons that YouTube, as far as doing long-form videos, has become demoralizing to me for, I don't know if that sentence was proper English or not, I think one of the reasons it became demoralizing, and I hate to sound like this, or I hate to say it or phrase it like this, but YouTube is not something I'm making money off of. And I hate to sound like I want it to be that way. I don't want people to just start opening their wallets and throwing money at me. But YouTube, as I said earlier, is a hobby for me. A fun hobby, but a hobby nonetheless. It's not something that I'm paid to do, that I could do as a job, that I could commit to full time, especially being a pretty small channel. And as I mentioned, I have a job as a game journalist. I'm working freelance for it and hoping to pursue full-time opportunities in the field in the future. So clearly that takes a lot more priority for me. And again, I don't want to make it sound like I'm greedy or like I want people to throw money at me, because I really don't. But the reason that I bring that example up is because, well, beyond the fact that we live in a world ravaged by capitalism, I live with other people. I need to help contribute to bills as best as I can, and I have large amounts of student loans to pay off, and I'm not exactly swimming in money from my own job because I'm a freelancer, so I kind of need to prioritize the things that are going to help me with that, and YouTube is not something I could really do that with, nor is TikTok, because I have 500 something YouTube subscribers and 300 something TikTok followers. So I'm not really in a big enough position to where I could turn YouTube into a job or something that could financially support me. The only way I think that would reasonably be able to happen is if everyone who is subscribed to me or following me on TikTok tells a friend to tell 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 a friend to subscribe or follow, and even then that probably wouldn't even amount to a ton. And I don't really think I would want people to do that, because you hear it in the outros of the videos, but I always say, if you guys want to hit like and subscribe and support some of my other ventures that I have linked in the description, thank you. If not, it's no big deal, I totally understand, because it's not a big deal. I don't want people to feel like they're forced to subscribe or follow me or give me money or anything like that. I just want to make content that people will enjoy, and if people stick around and watch it, then that's kind of the best news for me. But again, the ultimate point is, I can't really commit to YouTube as a full-time thing because I'm not nearly big enough as a creator to be able to do that. And I hate to sound self-deprecating about it, but I feel like it's going to stay that way, and I've kind of come to terms with that, because counting my other channel that I've been running since 2009. I've been on this platform since 2009. I might not look old, and I'm not. I'm 24 right now. But I've been making YouTube content for about, it's gonna be 13 years this year? 14 years. Sorry, I'm not good with the math right now, but it'll be 14 years on August 1st of this year. 14 years of making content, and my other channel had about 600 subscribers. This one has 500. My TikTok has about 300. I think that's why I've come to terms with the fact that I'm probably not gonna ever become that big of a YouTuber, because I guess I'm in the boat of, if it hasn't happened yet, it probably never will. You know, 14 years on this platform and on other platforms, and I've had a lot of fun, and I still have fun, but it's probably not gonna ever lead to something where I could do this full time. And I'm not gonna blame anyone for that. There's nothing to blame. I'm not gonna sit here and try to conspiracy theorize and blame the algorithm or blame copyright or any nonsense like that. My content just never seemed to get that big, and that's okay. Not everyone has that. I say all the time that becoming successful, as much as people like to sell you the dream that it's all about hard work, a lot of it is luck. And I think I just didn't really get lucky, and I haven't gotten lucky, and that's just what it comes down to. Because I've had a lot of people comment on videos and say, how come you don't have 1,000 subscribers? How are you not more popular than you are? How do you only have this many subscribers? And it's not because I don't work hard. I mean, you can look at all the videos on this channel, the videos that were on the TikTok, you can look at the blog where I reviewed albums beforehand. I mean, I don't need to prove that I've worked hard on content or anything. I think it speaks for itself. I just never got lucky. And at this point, I guess I'm kind of comfortable with the fact that I probably won't, and that I'll probably never become a big enough YouTuber to get to a point where I could, you know, do this full time or be able to make these videos comfortably. And I think that's kind of how I've viewed life as a whole for myself, because I've always kind of been the person who's just in the background. And again, I don't mean to sound overly self-deprecating, but I've always kind of been the background guy. Not often really the first or second choice. And that's okay. I mean, not everyone needs to be the popular type or the one who's in the center of attention or what have you. I've always just been the dude in the background, and I guess that's applied to my content as well. It's just in the background on YouTube, and not that it's not good, because I'm very proud of my content, but as a creator, I guess I'm not really meant to be in the boat where, you know, this could become a thing I do full time. There was a point where I did believe it could happen, but now I'm kind of in the boat of, nah, that's a pipe dream. So that's kind of why long-form videos have slowed to a crawl in a way, because a general feeling of directionlessness for one thing, just not being so sure what the direction is, and not being able to do YouTube as frequently as I'd like to, and therefore feeling the need to prioritize other things. Once again, I'm not stopping content creation altogether. You're still gonna see these shorter reviews, and at the end of the year I'm still gonna be doing that 10 years later style single video type thing. It's not like videos are going away or I'm going away from content. It's just this current thing where they're in short supply and there's gonna be long breaks between is probably going to be the regular thing at this point. I'd love to commit more time to these videos, but again, it's not like I could just snap my fingers and then suddenly, oh hey, look, a bunch of long form videos for you guys, enjoy. It would take a lot more, and I don't want to come across like I'm begging people to, like, oh, go tell your friends to subscribe to my channel. I don't like to be that kind of person. If you enjoy the content and you'd like to stick around, thank you. If not, I'm okay with that. But equally, I do want to extend this opportunity to you guys watching and ask what you guys would like to see, if it's within reason of being able to make videos while I'm doing stuff for my job. What do you think? I'd love to hear your opinion, and I can consider it for the direction in the future. Because right now, no matter what kind of ideas I get from your comments or just from random bursts of inspiration, I think I'm going to be taking a bit of a hiatus from long-form content, at least for now, just because I guess I've been running so roughshod working on longer videos for so long that I think I just need a minute to recharge, and I need to take a little time to miss making these videos, because burnout is a very real thing. And again, when you're not only working on long-form videos for so long, but also spending incredible amounts of time on making these videos that end up being an hour long, you naturally get a little bit burnt out while juggling them with other things that you're doing in your life. So yeah, I'm going to take a bit of a break from long form content for now while I consider what I'd like to do with this channel in the future. While I am on that hiatus, I will obviously still be here, not just doing short form videos, but I always read comments when people post them, and I do reply to comments, and I like to have conversations in the comment section. So if you guys have suggestions, or if you have things that you'd like me to think about when it comes to the future of this channel, I am all ears, and you can just leave those in the comments below. Again, if you suggest video ideas or series or ways to make current series a little more streamlined or anything like that, I can't guarantee that I'll make those changes, but I will definitely hear you out and consider those changes. So yeah, that's this complicated, weird thing going on in my mind regarding the channel. I hope you guys understand not just my decision, but I hope you understood a word of what I said, because I was kind of just rambling the whole time, so I really hope that this video actually sounds coherent. And yes, I know it got kind of self-deprecating near the end there. I didn't want it to sound uber sad or anything like that. I don't want anyone to feel super bad. I just, you know, this is a lot that I've been thinking about that's been on my mind for a while with the channel. And quite a bit of it was just me kind of, I guess, coming to terms with things, and some of it was just telling myself some honest truths. So I guess that's just why it might have come across a little more self-deprecating. But either way, I hope you guys understand this decision, and I hope this video actually made some sense. I'll still be here on YouTube, of course. I'll still be doing videos. They just might not be as often as maybe you'd like them to be or I'd like them to be. It might just become a once in a blue moon thing. Who knows? If you have suggestions, if you have ideas, if you have anything you'd like to spitball in the comments, you can go ahead and do that. I will read them and consider your ideas just as well. So I think that's all I have to say in this video. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you understood the decision. I'm not gonna tell you guys, like and subscribe and go to the links in the description. I'm not gonna do that. This is not the video for that. I'm not even gonna have the links in the description because I feel like this video isn't meant for that necessarily. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for everyone who has been supporting the channel, whether it was just like coming by to watch a video, hitting like, you know, leaving a nice comment. Any support that you've given me, I greatly appreciate. Special thanks to those of you that have been here since, you know, 2019, 2020, when I first started doing these videos, that have stuck around. I appreciate that you've put up with me for this long, and it still makes me smile when I see your names in the comments, when I see like some of the usual people that have been here for so long commenting on videos. I get happy to see that you guys are still here, and I appreciate that you guys support the channel that much. So thank you guys, and thank you to everyone for watching this video. I think that's all I have to say. I will see you guys around, whether that's in short form content or long form content. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.